use to create using the turtle class. So you can create your own toolkit with this kind of very basic template. So let me just go through how this works. T is short for turtle, so we're just calling it at the top here to give it a scope that is it's visible to the entire script here. So this is not like Python where inside a function you can't you can read but you can't write to a variable that was declared up here. This is Lua. If you call it local in this scope, it's local but is available to all the functions. Then we've got 4 functions. The first one, of course, at the bottom is function main, and this one is setting what the value of t is, which is to require the lib class turtle. Now, if you have downloaded the entire toolkit, the class turtle will already be inside a folder called lib. If you're doing it all from scratch and you're just copying and pasting from Pastebin, then you will need to create a folder inside your turtle folder. Let me just give you a demonstration of that. So this is my current turtle 0 in the world that we're working on now. And inside you'll see that there's this lib folder, and inside the lib folder you've got 2 libraries, the class turtle, which is the important one. The menu file, I don't think I even use that now. I used to. Okay, then we've got the main ones here, which is the ones that are downloaded with part of the toolkit. So you've got most of these here. The new one is this Cobble generator, which I have just created, and the template, which I'm working on. So tk is there, 208 kilobytes, and of course the library turtle, 111 kilobytes. So those are inside your turtle lib folder. So let's get that out of the way. Right, so you're requiring lib.classTurtle, so you're getting it from that folder. Then you have to use this :new to create a new instance of the class. And the true, you can pass false if you like. The true enables a log file to be created, which might be useful. Now, this new process is just basically any function that you want to write. That's why I've called it new process. So I want to create a Cobble generator, so I'm going to call it Cobble generator. But this is just any default new process, which you start up here. Now, the first thing you're going to need is, whatever you're doing, you're going to need some fuel. So you'll need to kind of roughly work out how much fuel you need. I've just put this arbitrary figure of 250 units. So you can call the check fuel needed, which is up here. And what this one does is it will get whatever the turtle's current fuel level is, removed from the quantity. If you need fuel, it's then going to call the turtle class to check in the inventory for a lava bucket, coal or planks. And if either of those are found, it will ask you for them, you place them in there, and then it will refuel using whatever you supplied with it. So that's kind of all built in. You don't need to do anything, that just works. So that will make sure you've got fuel. Then, of course, you've got to get your supplies, whatever you're going to need to make your generator, or create a farm, or fell a tree, or whatever you're going to do next. So the get supplies will obviously vary depending what you need. t.clear just clears the screen so that you've got no clutter on it, and you can then start asking for things. So I've got 3 examples here. The first one is for a specific item, Minecraft : chest. That is, there is only one Minecraft : chest. It's a specific item, and so it will look only for that. And I want one of them. Now, it's very important that you put these in as tables. So this is a table of 1, followed by a table of 1 item, followed by a table with a quantity. True is whether you must have it or whether you can kind of do without it. So if you must have a chest, put true, and then the inventory thing will stay open until you've plonked a chest in it, then it will move on. Now this is an example of a non-specific item. I've put stairs. That could be Minecraft : cobbled stairs. It might be Minecraft : deep slate stairs. It could, whatever. If you put stairs, then any kind of stairs will be suitable. You can put those in. Again, the quantity is here. The false this time means that they're not required. So for example, when I was doing the staircase a few episodes ago, if you just gave it Cobble, it would craft its own stairs. So you didn't actually need to supply stairs. But so that true false tells you whether or not you have to add it. One other kind of alternative way of doing things is if you wanted to just use some general kind of filling blocks, and you've got cobblestone and dirt because you're at, oh, I've misspelled that, let me just put that in there, is to have a Minecraft : cobblestone, Minecraft : dirt, and then the relative portions of those two. So this means that when it asks for those, it does require it, but you can put a mixture of cobblestone and dirt in as long as the total comes to 64, then you're done, you're away. So that's how the supplies run. And now you've got your supplies, you've got your fuel, this is where you start coding. So I've called this template, and I will put it onto Pastebin. So that should be in the link by the time you see this video. So that's for you to make your own kind of toolkit using the turtle class. So we're now going to come back to the Cobble generator, and this is what I've come up with so far. So using this same pattern, there's my main, there's my function main, only this time my process is called create generator. We're requiring the turtle library. We've got local T at the top here. We've got the check fuel needed. So for my create generator, I don't know how much fuel I'm going to need, but I've just put in 250. I'm sure that will be all right. Then I put get supplies, and then that will go up here. It'll clear the turtle, and it'll check for 4 chests, 16 of any kind of stairs, a lava bucket, and a water bucket. So that's already been written. So it's basically the same as the template, but with some specific items. So this won't do anything yet, but at least we can run it to make sure. So I'll just make sure everything is saved, and we'll drop back to the game here. Okay, right, so I'm going to take all these things out so that you can see how this routine works. Okay, so we'll start the, this is the one called cobblestone generator. So I know it starts with a capital C. That's probably not required, but anyway. So we've got cobble generator there. And I hit the enter key, and it says add 4 chests to any slot. So if I just put 1 in, add 3, and so on. So chest accepted. Now 16 stairs, these are not optional. If it's optional, it would say optional, we press enter if you haven't got them. So again, the stairs is kind of general. So I happen to have cobblestone stairs here. So if we put 1 in, it wants 15 more, and so on. So you get the, so I've put more than required. Now it's asking for a lava bucket. And now it's asking for a water bucket. So that's it. It's ended. The program's run. It's collected all its stuff. If we'd written any further code, it would now start to do things. So let's escape from there for a minute. So what do we need it to do? Well, obviously the first step, I think, if we're going to follow this pattern, would be to lay out our 4 chests. So let's break them out of here. They're inside our thing anyway, so that's obviously the code we need to write. So we'll escape from this, and we'll grab the Notepad++, if my mouse behaves itself. There we go. And let's see what we can do. So we've got our supplies. We now want to place a chest and turn round, doesn't matter which way, left or right. Actually, thinking about it, at the moment we're on the ground, so it would probably be better if we raised it up a bit so it makes it easier to get to. So let's go up 2 places. So That's the turtle, capital T. Now you use a colon, not a dot, because this is Lua. And so what we're doing is we're asking for the class to provide us a some kind of function. So colon is required there. And so basically we want to go up. So the way I've done that is there's a t.up and then brackets 2. So that will move up by 2 spaces. If you want to see how that works briefly, let's go into the turtle class. Then we've got class turtle.up. Now, because this is what I was saying about here, because this is part of a class, it has the self thing here. So if we had used a single dot, we'd have had to have done it differently. Let me just show you the difference there. We'd have had to have used t.up t, 2. So that would have done the same thing. T single dot up, pass in t, and then 2. So this is kind of just a shorthand way of doing it, but it's so much convenient. So that will move it up too. Next thing is we want to then start going round in a loop to put 4 chests down. So obviously we can use a very simple for loop for this. I'm sure you're familiar with these. So this will run 4 times, and then every time it passes we want to place a chest. Now we can of course look to see where, let's just drop this out of the way for a minute. We could look inside the turtle, see which slot the chests are in, and then turtle.select that slot and then turtle.place. Yeah, that's perfectly good. That's the way to do it. But of course the turtle class has already got a method of doing that. So let me put the class back in. Right, so here inside the turtle class is class turtle.place. So what we'll do is I'll copy the entire thing, and then we'll go back to our Cobble generator, and I'll just paste it in there. I picked up 2 lines by mistake, so it's that one that we want. So it is capital T colon place. We don't need self because that's why we've used the colon. Now the block type, what are we wanting to place? Well, of course it's a Minecraft chest, isn't it? So let me just copy that rather than typing it in longhand. There we go. The damage number is irrelevant now. This is harping back to the days of 1.7.10 up to 1.89, where every item had a damage number to it, so that, for example, you could pick up a log, and a log of damage number 1 was oak, and a log of damage number 2 was spruce, kind of that kind of thing. They've got well beyond that now. So, but this is kind of a legacy back to that. So just leave that at 0. Now the direction, which direction do we want to place it? Up, forward, or down? Or obviously we want to place them forward here. Leave existing and sign text. These are if we were placing blocks. Then we could choose whether or not to leave an existing block rather than digging it out. And of course, if we were placing a sign, we can put the text that we want on there. So those are kind of irrelevant, so they can be deleted. So we're going to place a chest in front of us in a forward direction 4 times. But of course, in order to do that 4 times, we've got to rotate around. So we will now go T. I think it's turn right, if I remember right. Once, let me just check that. So, class turtle. I don't use very often these single commands. Yes, here we are, turn right, and then the number of steps. So we've got that. Okay, so we're just going to turn right 1, and then place the next one, turn right, and so on. So we'll end up back at the starting place with our chest in place. Right, let's save that and we'll get it out of the way and we'll run it. I'm just going to take one of those items out so that we can run it again, and it'll ask us for the lava bucket. And then what I'm going to do is see if I can whack this in and then escape and jump out the way as quickly as I can. Okay. Oh, there we are. So that's placed our chests. It's gone up. It's done the job. As it happens, the chests are looking nicely at us. So that was good luck. Okay, so next stage. What do we need to do next? Slightly more complex this time because we want to place the stairs upside down and in a specific position. So the way to do that is, as we were recently discovering on a couple of videos ago, that the placement of stairs is kind of dependent on whether you place it forwards, downwards or upwards to find out where they should go. So just to give us an example, if we get the turtle to go up one, and we'll place this, we've got the stairs already in there, so I'm not running the program at the moment, I'm just doing some experimenting to find out how we can get it to work. So we'll go straight into Lua and we'll do turtle dot place. Now it's going to place whatever's in slot 1, which is a stair, so we should be okay. And it's placed it that way round. Now that's quite convenient because we need one of these there anyway, so that's actually worked perfectly. So by just placing it on top of the chest, it's facing the correct direction. Now of course with the others we will need to do it differently, otherwise we're going to end up with the stairs kind of pointing in the wrong direction. I don't know if it would actually matter too much, but I'd like to keep it as we've got it. So the next thing to find out is how do we get it to place in the opposite direction. So what I'm going to do next is, just as an experiment, we'll try it place down. Whoops. Okay, so we've placed the stairs down. Let's see where they've come this time. Looks like they're upside down, which is perfect because that's what we wanted. Yep. So in order to do these ones round here, we can make sure that the turtle is placing them down. Interestingly, it's facing this way, and when it placed them down, it's kind of put the flat end there. So in order to get, for example, these ones here placed correctly, all we would need to do would be to move up one, back one, and then place down, and that should then be in the correct position. So let's just test that out. So we'll dig that up again. So we dig down. Oops. Okay, so we've rescued them. Now we want to go turtle up. It's quite awkward doing this in okay, so we're up now. Now we want to go back one. Okay, we're there. Now we can try that placing down again. Now it should be, there we are, placed down. So that will hopefully work. Now, you see what happened there? Although we dropped it from the bottom, because the chest is there, it put it kind of the wrong way up. We wanted it upside down. So what we've learned from that is that before we place the chests, we've actually got to place the steps. Okay, so let's put this into code because we can see what we're doing. So we'll press escape from there. Back to the code here. So in other words, we don't want to place the chests just yet. We need to go do that later. So we'll put that down there for later use. And in fact, we want to go up 3 places, don't we? So that we're above the chest. In fact, or was it 4? I can't remember now. Let's get the... So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yes, we've got to go up twice, haven't we? So yeah, okay. So we want to go up 4 places, and then we can place the stairs in front. So that would be, oops, press caps lock by accident there. Right, so we've got T place, and again we can follow the what do we want to put in there. So it's Minecraft stairs. I'll just pause for a minute so you don't have to watch me type this lot in. Okay, so I've changed the code here. So we're going up 4 places, and I've commented out this placing of the chests. Then we're going to place the stairs forward. I have a suspicion that because there won't be a chest underneath it, that's going to go wrong, but we'll see. Now, instead of using T up, T down, T forward, I've got this go thing, which is an immensely powerful command. So you can pass in a string, as long as you like, of moves that it should make. So U1 is up 1, B1 is back 1. So that will then allow us to place the cobblestone stairs in the downward direction. So I think this is worth checking out. I've already got it ready to run. So let's hit that so that we just add our 4 chests and escape. It's gone up. Ah, right. Okay. Oh, you know what I did? I forgot to save it. Yes. Okay. Well, I suppose we've learned something from this. So the chests are placing okay, but these stairs are facing the wrong way because they didn't have a chest underneath them. Okay. But otherwise it's not bad. So let's take the turtle down and we'll sort the code out and have another go. Okay, so changes made here. First of all, we're going to go up 2 places and place 1 chest just in front of us. Then go up once more and place the stairs on top of the chest. Then we go up 1, back 1, and then try the stairs in a downward direction to see if they come out right. Again, I've put this will need to be changed later, but I've saved it this time, so I've already cleared the area. So let's see if we can have a go with that one again. Oops. And we just want to add our 4 chests. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's happy with everything there. Chest is there, stairs. Going back, down. Yep, okay, that's looking good. So we've now got the chest here with the stone steps going the right direction there, and the stone steps going the right direction there. So far, success. So next stage, I think, would be... I'll probably leave putting the rest of those chests in until we've kind of built up here a bit further, because they're not going to interfere with the construction. So what would be the sensible way of doing this? We know that if we place the stone steps in mid-air, that they will be in the right direction. So the sensible thing to do would be to move the turtle here and place them down again. Then I think if we come down, move round, place them here, move round here, and then we have to go across the top. Yep, I think we can do that, like in a ring, so that we've got the we've placed this one at the front, we've placed this one behind. We now want to put them either side. So yeah, I think if we turn that way and then place it in the same direction, I think, and then turn, place these same direction, then straight across there. Alright, let's escape from that for a minute. So we're quite happy with the stairs there, so we're going to do another t.go. Okay, again I'll type these in and pause for a second and come back to you. Okay, so I've added a few more lines here with these various of movements, placing the stairs, bit of a movement, bit of a movement. So if I've got them right, what should happen, if we just minimize that, is that it should do the first half of this. So it should do the stairs there, there, here, here, and here. The only thing I'm kind of wondering is whether these will be in the correct position. I have a suspicion they might be the wrong way up, but until we try it, we don't know. So let's hit the instructions again. Right, one more chest, and we should be away. So far so good. Yep, that's actually done just what I wanted to. That has now matched this perfectly. Excellent. So next step will be to go forward twice, turn left, actually turn left, go forward twice and turn left so that we're back on ourselves, and then place that one, this one, this one. So yep, let me get those in and we'll test that out. Okay, so code has been increased now. So this first section here does the back half, then this section does the right half. Sorry, yeah, this section here does the back and right half. Then this bit goes across and does the same on the left half and should finish it off. So I've just added one more place where it will attempt to put the first stone. I'll just make sure that's saved, which it is. Escape from here. So what this is supposed to do is to place all of these stairs here, then step back one and plonk one on this corner. So let's see if that works. So everything's set up, ready to go. I've just got to hit the button. Okay, so far so good. So we've made the top half with the first of these steps here. So we're ready to move on. Now, I'll just escape from this, go back to the code. This is looking scruffy. Reason being, we are repeating an awful lot of stuff. So if you ever start repeating stuff, then it's time to make a new function, because you don't want this, we're lazy sods. We don't like repeating ourselves. So what we'll do is we'll have a local function within the create generator. And we'll call this one place stairs, I think. Oops. And then what we can do is we can place the direction that we want to place them, and also kind of the instructions to carry out before we place them. So let's have we'll call that the path. That's the path that we're sending them in. Okay, so if we take, for example, this one here, and then we change that from forward to path, and then here we can, instead of calling t up 1 t and then this place, is that we can call place stairs, and then not quite, yeah, that'll work. We'll just put the string in, but instead of putting it as up 1, we'll change that to go up 1, like that. So that all we needed to do was to put up 1 in there. And then the direction in this case would be forward. In inverted commas, of course. So that will now take the place of this. If I put a Control C, copy that. So the go will be the path. And the direction will be there. So we now do not need that. And you can see what we're going to be doing down here now is we're going to be putting place stairs. So if I put it in once empty, like that, and copy it. Okay, so you see what I'm going to be doing is filling these in. So again, I won't torture you by me doing that. I'll just press pause. Okay, so the code has now been completed to the point where the top stone section with all the stairs is working, and the final one here takes the turtle down to the center of the column, ready to put water in. So I'll show you how this works in a moment, but I think you can see already that it's looking a lot better from using this place stairs routine. But there's still some repetition here, here, and here. So I'm just going to make sure this is working properly, and then we condense this code down even further. So let's drop that out of the way, and we'll hit the thing there. So it's just checking whether it's got everything. I think, yep. Right, let's get in the air so we can watch what's happening. So this bit we'd already successfully done. That was the first step on the top. Now this should continue round. across, down, and it's now in the correct position. So what we need to do next is to turn the turtle left so that it's facing that way, and then dispense the water into that step below this one. Then we can put the lava bucket above us to fill here. Then we can drop down to the level of the other chests and then place the remaining chests in. So let's get that coded, and then we can test it out. So as I was saying, this bit here, these are being repeated 3 times, so obviously we do a loop for that. So a simple for loop there. Delete those. And those are now running with much less code than before. We could probably do something up here, but I'm not that bothered, so we'll leave it for the moment. So far, we've gone down into the structure, and we need to do a left. So I think we'll turn left. We need to put 1 in there. I think it does assume if you don't put anything that it's 1 anyway. We can now get rid of this excess code down here. We don't need that anymore. So we want to place the water in there. So let's use the T place again. So what we're going to be placing is the Minecraft water bucket, and the direction will be forward. Then at the same time we can now place the cobble above us, not cobble, lava. And that will be up. Now as soon as we move down, that will allow the cobble water to mix, but hopefully that's exactly what we were planning to do. So we'll now go T dot down 1. We're already facing the chest that's in place, so we need to turn. So I'll tell you what, let's change that from T dot down to T dot go. And then we'll go down 1. Doesn't matter which way we turn. Let's say right 1, so that we're now facing the space that doesn't have a chest. Copy. I'll put that in there. Now again, we can do a little bit of condensing here because we still want to do 2 more. So perhaps what we should do is, let's do a for loop. But only 3 times. And we can include the movement in it. So we will change this back. We'll go turn right with a 1 in there, and this one will be T dot down as it was before. Okay, so we drop the turtle down, then we can turn right immediately, place the first chest and do that 3 times. So that will do the one on the right, the one behind, and then finally the one to the left. doesn't really matter where the turtle ends up, so we can leave it at that. So we can now delete this bit. We don't need that at all. And hopefully, when we run it this time, that should set it up, as long as I haven't made any silly mistakes. Okay, let's save it. And I'll just demolish this and then we'll come back in a second. Right, so I've not tested this with that code you've just seen, so let's hope that I haven't done anything stupid. So let's make sure everything's accepted. Yep, okay. Well, it'll just be a load of water and lava all over the place if I've made any silly mistakes. Okay, so we're doing the top layer of the structure now. We know this bit was working, so it's only whether we have done anything daft on the positioning of the water and lava. So I'm going to get into place here so we can see what's going on. Now, somehow it broke the stairs there, which is kind of annoying. That's interesting. Okay. Well, we've got quite a show here, which is a little disappointing. But yeah, so anyway, I know what's happened is that we were trying to place a bucket of water onto a step. Now, that's what caused the problem. I'm just wondering whether it would work in any other way. Let's go down, because when you place something from a turtle, it has no concept of placing it on top of the same ledge. What might possibly have worked would have been to have placed it from above rather than placing it forward and bashing into the step. So that would mean that we'd have to remove the step in front, go up. Yeah, that might work. Let's just test it kind of manually. So we've got some stairs here. So if we imagine that we've got this lot all in place, we don't have a back. Okay, right, we're going to do this manually. So let's get the turtle to come up. I think it's 3 times. No, it's too high. We need to go down. Okay. So we dug down. So we dig that block. Let's just find a bucket of water. Now we can go forward. And up one. Otherwise we're going to have the same problem. Let's put that in there. down. Okay, now the water has gone in. Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Now, to get the block in the right place again, to make it look neat, I'm going to have to go, but at least it's dropped in at the right place. Of course, when we do it over here, we won't have the chest surrounding, so the water will initially flow all over the place. But that doesn't matter. We've successfully placed it on the step. So we will then need to repair the damage here, then come back, drop down, level with the water, put the lava in, then drop right down. Okay. I'll change the code. Right, restarted, code changed. We're going to rejoin it just as it's about to go in and do its stuff. So let's hope I've got it right this time. No, I forgot to go down and put the step down. Oh dear, this is going to be a disaster. Yeah. Right, okay, yes, I should have gone down one. Okay, let's just show you the changed code. So, right, so it was this place here. So we placed the water bucket down, which was great. Then what I should have done was, before going back one, was to have gone down one, then back one, and then place the steps, and then we should have got everything about right. So let's save that, and I'll get it all set up again, and fingers crossed that we get a better final result. Okay, this should be the final showdown, so let's hope I've got it right this time. There's the water. Step, go down, lava, looking promising. Oh, look at that. Everything's in place. That's done it. So if we now put in Cobble, and it's working. There you go. So I hope that's been a useful lesson in how to use the toolkit. The trials and tribulations of getting something like this working. The things you don't think of, the things that you wish you had thought of, but that's obviously working. So let's escape from that for a second and just show you the final code. I will probably put this one on Pastebin so that you've got it. So that was it. So now, trying to do what we've done here without using the turtle class, you'd have had about 300, 400 lines of code just to do this, because these complex movements here are all handled by the Go function inside the turtle class. So as I say, we can neaten this up a little bit if we wanted to really tidy the code up, but that's good enough. I might just have one more look and see if I can tidy it any better before pasting it, but there you go. I hope that's been useful.